Bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky this.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb.
Going on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Oi! What go on, people? If you don't know where you are, if you don't know what we're talking about right now,
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United.
I've learned how to redirect. Oh my God! Who's going live next? Search other channels. I'm just gonna check on my brethrens that are live. That's mental. Man, learn how to read. I still flexed it. I said, nah, I gotta learn it. Yeah. Well, find out he's live and I'll send it to them, bro. It's Man United we're talking about. I've learned how to redirect. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Only took me a while. Time for raw scholarism. Listen, if you're a part-time scholar, pull up. If you're a real full-time, you know football, I'm here to learn. I am not a scholar at all. I'm vibes. Yeah, I think he got it still. I see something. That's it. I can tell you what doesn't work. Yeah. Tell us how we build with what we have potentially with or adding Mbuems and that. All right. Link is in the chat. Don't feel bad about the word scholar. Do you know ball enough to fix this situation? What does Amorim have to do? Now all of a sudden, ain't nobody a damn scholar. Now all of a sudden, why they no rising, bro? Wrap up. Come on, bro. Wrap up. You know you're a part-time Mr. Yep. You know what is, bro. Verbatim. Mr. G, there you go. All right.
Yeah, what's up?
Bro, you need to help us, bro. Peter, respect it. They haven't reached yet. Hold on. Hey, Uncle. Yep. Anyone else? Tell us.
Yo, wrap up, call in, bro. What?
Hey, JP, your American credits absolutely transfer.
No, wrap up needs to call, bro.
Wrap up? Come on, bro.
We need Josh.
Are we using realistic?
Chatting in the chat and telling us what you call it.
I'm just here to balance out the scales, you know.
No, listen. Hey, don't call in if you have less than 3 screens.
I mean, listen, you lot So we're gonna start. This is the team we're starting with right now.
I don't understand what you mean. Don't call in if you don't have 3 screens.
Okay.
People like me that use Calabash to
It's
see the
sarcasm,
picture.
uncle. Sarcasm.
Oh, no. But people like us use Calabash. You know, we use it to see. We do our things in the village. Not always about screen.
Why doesn't Abs want to talk about screen, bro?
Bro.
Aye, Larry, this would have been your show. But you can be there with the supers as well. We appreciate that. I work in a data analysis for Sporting Lagos, the Danish affiliate club. Oh, swear down. So I might be qualified.
It's qualified scholar, bro.
I can't call him back yet, bro. I respect it.
Yo, George Grealish. Do you have job openings for George Grealish?
Look at the tacticals. They're here. Coley. Yes, bro. Hold on.
Yeah.
Coley, Yorks, and Pav. Is Pav? Would you count Pav as a scholar or?
Nah, me and Pav are not scholars. Me and Pav just here for the vibes.
Pav's an angry fan that wants the best of his team. Like,
yeah, he's our league gunner.
He's a league gunner.
Wallahi.
Wahali.
Hey.
I can agree with that. I'm not a scholar, but I just like to talk shit.
Yep. Agreed. Wallahi tax. Don't worry, we'll bring you back in a second. Now, listen, I've put the best of the best here. Lawandili, can you hear us? Oh, Canis.
We need Hulkin and that's it. That's it.
Can you refute being called a scholar? Can you?
Yeah, can get called a crackhead instead if he wants.
Nah. See, what you're not gonna do is start.
I'm joking, bro. Why are you so sensitive?
No, because when I don't defend him on the names, bro, it's a problem.
KG, are we talking about the current signing or something else?
We're going with
future potential
and the potential.
Sure,
and
all right, fair enough.
Players that have returned, because I know some people got mad plans.
Yeah.
All right, so
I just wonder a very important question.
Angelini in their plans.
One very important question: Is this strictly a conversation for scholars?
No, and I would say
shit talkers as well.
No, some shit talkers as well. Just
okay. No, I just wanted to know whether you qualify to be here. But since you say shit talkers, you can stay.
That's what I said, uncle. That's what I said, uncle.
Yo, KG. Also, if you need to bring somebody in, you could kick me out. It's fine.
Listen. Who is that echo?
Somebody's there. This is very terrible.
1, 2. I'll find
I don't know. Is it me?
Is it Duke? No, it's not.
It's not Duke. Is it really?
Is it me?
No, it's not
really
rude.
Yeah.
It was Riri.
You see, that is why we need scholars here, KG. This is.
Uncle, be careful. Some of these
now,
scholars
what's going on, Manchester?
Some of these scholars have this to my
Wait, what is the Manchester doing? Do you not know that the club is in dire straits and you're here to do nonsense?
This brother
foe has appeared.
Bro.
What is this?
Bro, what's this, bro?
We're trying to do.
Let us focus on serious things.
You don't know about when we're focused and learning and trying to be greater people.
Invited too much.
No, bring Manchester once. Please bring in Manchester.
Right, cool. He's gone though. He's gone.
Bro, what was that mask, bro? You watched Lord of the Rings, the Nazgul, bro. The Nazgul.
Oh yeah. I love Lord of the Rings.
That's a nice school. It's a wraith.
The wraiths. What? The ones that they can see you when you put the ring on.
Yeah.
Shout out Frodo on that. All right, cool. Show position names. All right, you lot know what to do right now. Yeah.
Can you zoom into your screen a little bit?
I will do that. I'm just trying to sort out the team. There we go. This is us at the moment. I'll zoom in. Boom. Now, let's go. Bruno is playing in this team. You know Bruno's going to be there, so I'm not going to waste time. Is everyone understand Bruno's going to be there for you guys?
Of course.
Of course, he's playing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Right now, there's nothing to argue against it, but if I had my way, it wouldn't be him.
Yeah. I think would not be Ogate. My preference would be Toby in the middle as well with Bruno.
No, please.
But he doesn't stay fit. That's the issue. He doesn't fit.
Toby likes the physicality.
So why would you say his name? You've come in here as a scholar, and now you're saying somebody who's fucking ninja.
Let him scholar, bro.
No.
That's how
I'm
they
saying
start.
if he keeps fit, he'd be a good player. He's much more, how I say, a better version like of Ugarte. He could eat up grass. He better passer than Ugarte. Ugarte is just a destroyer.
No.
He takes the ball.
How are you saying that if he's injured? How many games? What games have you watched of him for you to make that decision?
Exactly. Fav, forget about the injury also. Even when he's not injured, Ugarte has played before him. So what are you talking about?
Can you look at the screen? It's not showing for me. Can you not see the share screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
it's visible.
People need to put respect to Ugate's name. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's meaty, man.
I think Ugarte is not the best midfielder out there. But
No, he's not.
if you start,
No, but we're talking about our
comparing
best
him to
11.
Collier, then you're just taking the piss at this point. Let us.
I mean, you can't take it.
It's not. We're not just going to put anybody there because we don't like Ugarte.
I'm not saying you don't like it. It's more of
Collier is not up to the standard. He is not. I don't know what matches you watch. I don't know if you have not watched matches in as many screens as a lot of us watch.
This is like the same guy who said that Dan goes better than bloody.
Hold on. Have you watched the match between the FA Cup when Toby came on? It actually was better passer than
You're talking about coming on in the second half of the game.
You're talking about the FA Cup. Who's we playing, big man? Big man, is this a Coventry game?
For you to make a decision about Collier, name it. Name them games, bro.
He's talking about Coventry.
I'm naming you a few games because he got injured.
Let me ask you a question.
Thank you, Abs. Abs is trying to help me. We need to give him a chance to explain why he's saying what he's saying.
Yeah.
My throat.
Go ahead. Go on.
What I'm trying to say, is Toby Collier as a player. Look at him, when he actually hold on to the ball, he looks like he's more cleaner a player than Ugarte. Ugarte is a squad player that is a destroyer. Would you bring him on? Let's say we play against Arsenal, we need to play the person who would disturb that midfield because Arsenal love to overload the midfield. Ugarte would disturb that flow. Man City would disturb that flow. Like there's so many utility we can use as Ugarte, but Toby is one of those players that does the. How I say that pass that through the line, he could do that. Him and Bruno would be
How
good.
many times have we seen him do that though?
We see it a couple of times, but we need more gameplay. We need more sample size. But I believe in him. To be honest with you, I believe in him more than Ugarte. Because we've seen Ugarte more than Toby Collier, and everybody really agree that he can't even pass. He could take the ball off of people. He's a good destroyer, but he can't pass.
What is this passing? What's his passing statistics though? Because when you not say he can't pass, to what level?
You can't just go by stats. You can't just go by stats. I'm sorry, you can't go by stats. You can't
go by complete passes and that. No, fair.
Because he just passes sideways and backwards for the most part. Okay, let's be honest.
What about
we can't waste time on this. We can't waste time on a person that has 6 appearances, guys. Come on. What are we basing this on? A player that has played 6 games.
Hold on. So we're not allowed to look at completed passes forward.
Yeah.
Well, look at the stats then. No, look at the stats. Go on.
No, because we're saying this point. We're saying that he can't pass forward. I'm like, well, what's the stats to back up what you're saying?
Have you watched the games in regard to passing forward?
So wait. I think KG's question is hold up. I think KG's question is to the panel. Are we going by stats or are we going by eye test? Because
let me read out some stats here so that it makes sense. We know that. Hold on. We know that Collier has not played as many matches as Ugarte, and apparently we have seen Ugarte play poorly than Collier. So I'm going to give the percentage per 90 because it gives us the best average statistics. In terms of passing, short passes, percentage completion of short passes. Toby Cole has 86%. Ugarte has 91.7%. Medium passes, Toby Cole has 86.5%.
I'm writing it down just so I can know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you basing it on how many games they play? Because you need to take account how many.
This is per 90. This is per 90.
Per 90, yeah.
Per 90, yes. And this is according to FBref. This is according to FBref.
Okay, cool.
Right? Short passes, Toby Cole, percentage completed per 90, 86%.
86.
Manuel Ugarte, 91.7%.
91.
I don't think that is bad.
Okay.
Medium passes per 90, Toby Cole, 86.5%. Manuel Ugarte, 94.6%. Medium passes.
Okay, medium. All right, cool.
Long passes.
Toby
Cole, 75%.
Yes.
That's percentage completion. Manuel Ugarte, 77.6%.
77.
But
That's
he's
where
bad.
That's where he's bad. So he's bad at the long part.
But even at that place being bad, his percentage per 90 is still better than Toby Cole's one.
So
I'm giving you short.
What's Collier's long?
Collier's the bench player.
What's Collier's
one is 75%. Ugarte is 77.6.
So where I was trying to play him, scholars, is in the. I said I just expect him to be doing the short passing and the medium.
Yeah, near Bruno.
And
he has better players.
And he can do that. We're learning that it's 94% in a night.
Scholars.
Do you know the problem, KG? Do you know the problem, KG? The problem is because those passes are not the important eye-catching passes, people tend to overlook it. That is the very simple. Because the pass that he does is the simple ones. People tend to overlook it until it goes bad. But as long as he does it well, it is the very normal thing. So people don't tend to highlight it. But you can see the statistics for yourself. Medium passes, 94.6% completed. I don't know what else you want. 94.6%.
Well, Toby Collier has 9 passes completed, 94.1% completed.
In where?
In pass completion. I'm reading pass completion, 94.1%. Our basically 48 / 51 passes that he did in those prayer games. You said it looks like he's actually averaging more, and he played only 6 games. Where Manu Gotes played, like for example, if I play like 25 games.
Where are you getting your statistics from? Hold on, where are you getting your statistics?
Wait, hold on. Let me just say, if I play 95 games, and one person plays 6 games, and I'm gonna obviously overshadow my stats will overshadow his
because he played less
no
games.
matter what.
That's fair.
But it also means that it is very possible that. Hold on.
Bruno does like 95 pass completion. And obviously, on the stats on the GA, it looks like he's amazing. But when it comes to eye test, those passes sometimes gets intercepted. The Tottenham game, his pass got intercepted. Like I'm not gonna say he's a bad player.
No. Let me now mention one thing, KG. Because sometimes a player has 1 or 2 good games that overshoot the player statistics, right? And then it makes the player look like they're the best thing after sliced bread. How do I know that? There is a certain player that comes off the bench for PSG, Goncalo Ramos. Do you know how many goals Goncalo Ramos, how good Goncalo Ramos has played this season in League One? He has scored 10 goals and 3 assists. Does it mean that Goncalo Ramos is a fantastic player? No. It's because he comes into the game in the second half when teams are tired, when the game is probably already dead, or when they need extra support. You would not say because Goncalo Ramos has scored 10 goals, all of a sudden he's better than a lot of strikers, and then we should bring him to come and start for Man United. So that statistics like that of players that come in as substitutes tend to skew a lot of things because you miss out on the fact that the other teams are tired.
They're jumping
They're probably Exactly. The mentality of where the game is, you tend to miss out on a lot of those factors.
Okay, but there's one factor you need to understand also, because our manager is playing with double pivot with Bruno, and Toby Collier is well suited for a double pivot than Ugarte. You can see.
And how do you know that?
How do you know?
Well, you remember as you say, the 6 game that came on. I see him the 6 game going on compared to Ugarte that how many games he played. Yeah, I'd rather see Toby Collier with double pivot with Bruno than Ugarte, because Ugarte does not like. As I said, that's just my preference. But again,
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think he was gonna die on the Toby Hill though.
That's what I was about to say. It's the first name and it's taken like 20 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie.
There's no enough evidence.
I'm
to put
not
Toby
dying on
Collier.
it. As I said, I'm not dying on it. As I said, but if future reference, when we start praising Toby Collier performance, then you guys should remember me. I'm just saying.
Hold on. Let me write it down as well, Mr.
Okay, but you cannot say right now, for sure. Toby will be better than Ugarte because you've not seen enough of Toby. He played 5 games.
Can I just say?
10 minutes a game.
Can I just say? This is like saying. This is like saying, "Oh, put Heaven in the starting lineup over Maguire."
I'm not even putting Heaven. I'm not putting Heaven over start with Maguire. But do you know why? Because it's young. It's different.
What's the difference with Collier?
Collier is young as well.
Mr. G, you're starting to feel like a.
I'm not saying.
I'm starting to question your scholarly attributes.
I'm not even saying that. But look, one person came from the Brighton Academy, coming to United, played during also Everton Hug. He played few first team games. Yeah. Compared to Aiden Heaven, how many first team games did he play?
Bro, it's looking a bit mad.
Honestly, if someone goes and has a look,
get into waffling territory, bro.
I'm just saying, if you go look, I'm doing this off the dome, I'm doing this off the dome. But if you go look, I'm sure Heaven's probably got roughly about the same amount of appearances as Collier, and my thing is like. Everything you're saying about Collier is how I feel about Heaven. Everything I've seen of him, I love. He looks great. He looks capable. But it's like 6 games. There's no way I'm going to sit here and say he's in our strongest lineup yet. That's gas talk. Like, I like him. Exactly. He's done well, but he's young.
Is there potential in the future? Maybe he might get better, but not now. Not with the current abilities that we are seeing.
Well, let's. You know what? I'm gonna say. So what you saying? Did he pass his first semester, Mr. G? Like, is he?
No, he didn't. That was a stinker.
It wasn't even a semester. This was more bring your child to work day. This was more bring your child to work day. Because if you do attendance 6, there's nothing to. What are we doing here?
Bring your child to work day is hilarious.
Let's get back to it. I feel for my guy, but remember, if he is right about Collier, I actually like Collier as a player, to be honest. So
yeah, me too, bro. You can be right about saying like, oh, someone looks good for the future, but we're sitting here doing our strongest lineup according to the buys we've just bought, and my man's throwing Collier in there. That's a bit
dramatic. Now for you guys,
it's Ugarte. It has to be Ugarte, bro. It has to be Ugarte.
Okay, cool.
You know what the great one said? Dangor is better than Kobe.
Huh?
Did you say we could include potential? Did you say we could include potential signings or only the players that are available now?
No, somebody said something about that. I want to hear that again.
Guys, the rules are simple. I don't know what kind of scholars we are. The rules are the strongest bloody lineup we can bring up, not potential, strongest.
But then the people that are heavily linked, though, like this one here, Mbuemo, I'm putting him in this situation just on the basis of it's a heavy linkage, bro. Are you with me? Can we do that?
That's all but done. We're not extending it to anyone else. We're not extending it to like Gyökeres or
because people say Pelé, but I don't think he's been like
no.
to us.
No. That one's like personal terms agreed. Like it's just a matter of here we go. That's what we're waiting for. So Mbuemo safe to put in there.
It's cool, bro.
I think KG.
All right, is that right? Is that everyone in the right position right now?
We're all good.
Yep.
What we saying here?
Ahmad. That's Ahmad. There's
Ahmad,
no,
yeah.
there's no
Ahmad.
debate.
There you go.
Lock down that position.
Ahmad,
Yeah,
that's
Ahmad,
it all day long, yeah? Sancellini.
What about him?
Fuck off.
Sancellini.
Just checking because
the fact that you're adding Lini in front of his name, KG. Every time you add Lini, it's not a Lini, KG.
Not right. I haven't treated Sancho correctly. A lot of people are saying we don't realize Sancho's the best player we have at this club.
Have Sancho treated the club correctly? Has Sancho treated it? Must it be a parasitic relationship? What has Sancho done for the club? Every time you say, what have we done? What has Sancho done for the club? Apart from insulting us and insulting us with every opportunity he has.
Sancho is one of them toxic chicks, bro. Like legit. That's
Can I just interject with some actual football logic? Yeah, like let me just say this. Even if this let's forget all of the politics for a second. If this comes to training, hold on, no, wait a second. Wait, you haven't heard what I'm gonna say, so shut up.
Let him land.
If he comes to training, Amram likes him, yeah, and Amram says I want to keep him. He still doesn't, according to what we've got on the page right now. Where'd you put him? He's still not better than any of them.
And that's where Ugarte comes to play.
He doesn't make it into the strongest squad, and that's what we're talking about. So,
but
really and truly, it's a non-conversation to talk about Sancho.
Jaden crying
at best, he's going to be on the bench. At best, he's going to be on the bench. In an ideal world for him, he would be on the bench.
That's where Ugarte comes to play, bro.
I agree with Paulie on that one.
Comments. Deadfly says, nah, bro, I feel for Sancho. His play style was completely disrespected from the beginning.
Who said
Bruno
that?
never got dropped even when playing shit for multiple games. Marcus Rashford shit for multiple games. Garnacho shit for multiple games. Sancho never got a sniff. I'm happy he's back. Hopefully he's been given the opportunity for redemption because he's still young and got gifted talent that needs to be managed. There you go.
Who said that?
Who said this?
Deadly. Man, Deadfly.
They're never allowed back on it.
Because that's the Deadfly comment.
Yeah.
That is the comment that the Deadfly will make.
Let me time out him. I'll time out him.
We can refund the super chat. That's nonsense.
Larry said it.
Hold on, let me see if
I'm gonna bend them, bro, forever. Permanent ban.
Here you go. Mikey Manchester says Sancho was treated like shit by 10 fraud. Now he's taking us for every penny. Fair play to him, I say. These last skits.
So Sancho was treated shit.
Here's the last one. Remember as well. United needs Sancho, best United player, but you're all here too blind to see. And Sancho still hasn't done anything wrong. It's all on Ten Hag.
That should be this should be a Specsavers ad. That comment alone, Specsavers ad.
So where are you reading these comments, bro?
So what? Is there anyone here that's is supporting Sancho in the chat? Let me know. Let me read some of these supers and then we'll get back to it.
I just want to know whose place he's taking. Who are you taking off the pitch? Right, according to what's on the pitch right now. Who are you taking off to put Sancho on?
Cunha and Mbuemo,
bro. Sancho is not even a United fan, bro.
Oh, he doesn't need to be a United fan. Let's just I'm just saying. Let's just say he's there, ready for selection. Is he better than Cunha? Is he better than Mbuemo?
Yeah, I mean, to Coley's point, if we're going to do scholar and we're going to talk about football and we're going to talk about positions, that should be
he's a sub. He's a sub.
Let me read someone's saying where's 7 screen abs? He's pulling up. Don't worry. I'm only listening to 7 screen abs and uncle. Nah, disrespect. Forget I had a meeting. Check WhatsApp though, KG. Wicked. He forgot he had a meeting. There you go. I can see where the stream's going with Ugarte conversation. I need you need me to argue it. I gave my thoughts about him even before we signed. Get Ugarte and Bruno partnership next season, and we'll be here again. Wow.
I disagree.
Absolutely. And Ugarte, Lord have mercy. Here we go. Bruno is starting. We need a better partner that'll be the base of the midfield. Someone very good to play build up, progressive passer, carrier, volume, touches, passer, can dictate tempo, good in duels too. Last thing he says is Stiller, Wharton, Lamine, Kamara. Was that Statch?
He's not wrong.
If you look at the data, they excel at all that. It'll be good for us. Ugarte is very limited, and the data shows us that. I think more Ugarte playing time next season will see that limitation. All right.
I don't disagree with anything he said, but we haven't got any of those players to put on the page yet.
That's the problem.
Do we have any internal solutions though? Like apart from
The only solution is to buy someone. That's it, really.
No, the players.
I don't think we'll buy a 8
because
We have
we've lost. We have to replace Ericsson. Remember, so that's the only solution: buying somebody. Otherwise, the only person that we have is Ogati that can fit in that position.
I feel like that could be another Dorgu type purchase. That would be someone that we don't see coming in.
We haven't heard them saying they're selling Casemiro.
Do you think that's a
Casemiro?
Casemiro will be.
Do you not like that one actually? Do you not like that Casemiro?
No.
You can't.
Not in the Prem, no. Sorry,
I'm done with Casemiro.
Not in the Prem, no.
Now I hear what you're saying, Coley. I'm not saying that that I want him to play. What I'm saying is they're asking outside of Ugarte, who do we have to play that position?
It's Ugarte.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
On the bench. If
yeah,
they don't
we're
sell
talking
him,
about
he's on the bench.
we're talking about strongest 11, isn't it? Like strongest 11 is Ugarte right now.
So then it's Ugarte.
He's limited.
Yeah,
but that's the best person we've got to play that position.
All right, wicked. Who's over here? I'm hearing Diego Leon is not ready for first team. He's gonna go to the youth.
Nah, bro.
They said it's youth.
We've not even seen him yet.
You know what they said? No, that actually the club said he's gonna have that same development as the other players that we signed. He said he's a bit too raw. So he's.
You don't prefer Dorgu over Delo?
Yeah, on the left side, yeah.
On the left side, he's horrible, man.
Yeah.
It's Dorgu.
I just hope we sell him. Personally, I hope we sell him because, like, again, he's another one. Like, there's no place in the team for him.
Regardless,
what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hold on, I can read. Get off the page. Get out. What are you doing?
Nah, Dorgu, bro. Dorgu.
Nah.
Are you trying to start a riot?
KG's doing class count. He's doing class count. That's what it is.
I'm joking. Sorry, man. That's the most responsive I've been this whole show. All right, cool. Dorgu, is that right?
Yeah.
It's not the last.
It has to be. Yeah.
All right, cool. Euro's playing here somewhere.
Euro right.
Left side.
Yeah, Euro
right. Euro left. No,
yeah,
left.
left.
Mazraoui on the right.
On the right. Yeah, put Mazraoui on the right.
Euro. Maz. Delete. Is he ready? He's by then, isn't it?
Yeah, he should be delete. Yeah.
All right, cool.
No, so Martinez can be now strong 11.
Nah.
He has an ACL there, bro.
I was just going
He's
to
not
ask.
gonna be back, and he has an ACL, bro.
Won't he be back?
We should be back by December.
No, she's got a point. She's got a point. You can't just X him out because he's got an injury. He's part of the squad.
Yeah.
We're talking about strongest 11 hypothetically. So
hypothetically, where does he play?
This is difficult, you know.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to put Euro in the middle. I don't want to put Euro in the middle.
I don't think Euro is effective in the middle, Coley, but I could be wrong.
I just think it's too soon for him in the middle of a free back in the Prem.
Did he play that on the last?
No, nobody said he's playing in the middle. He can play on the right. Euro plays on the right. Mazraoui can start on the bench.
Is that your best? Is that our best centre back?
Martinez is a bit slow, man. He can't defend wide areas, in my opinion, man.
When healthy, this is the best back three.
I think we get the ball out of defense the best when Martinez is on the pitch.
Yeah. Me, I could even take a hot take.
He couldn't build up, but defending wide areas is terrible.
He's also a good leader on the pitch too. To be fair.
I ain't gonna lie.
KG, I know, I see the vision, but it's the same Collier thing. I see the vision. I see the vision.
For me, I feel this way about this play, you know.
Let's not do that to him. Let's not do that to him.
That's too much pressure. That's too much pressure, KG. He can come on as a sub for this season, and then maybe next season he starts. But yeah, that's
because otherwise people are going to be calling for Cheeto up front, and we can't have that.
Yeah, this is the same thing we talked about Toby Collier just now. Heaven hasn't had so many games to actually prove.
Yeah,
he should deserve a
Euro and Mazraoui.
Right. So, and I'm thinking, to be honest, like for me, my whole take is
still not in there because Martinez is that guy that plays those passes, bro. Good in the back.
But Martinez will be back in December, bro.
That is what I'm saying. No, but we are not talking about when he'll be back. We are saying based on our squad, who is our strongest 11.
Yeah.
I think this is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Euro is good. Euro is good driving with the ball.
Yeah.
And Martinez is good driving with the ball. Let's not forget that he was already beginning to score goals before he got injured. So the only thing they need to do is to pick which centre back will drive with the ball at what point, and the other person stay back. That way, there is an extra attacking threat from one of the centre backs, and the opposition team does not know which centre back to follow because Martinez might be the one overlapping this moment. The next attack, Euro might be the one overlapping. I think it gives us options. I like Mazraoui, but it's not bad to have squad players. That is why the football team is not only 11 players.
I agree, Uncle. I agree. Do you know what? I don't know who's better for this. I don't know what the best free lineup is because I can make arguments in different scenarios for each one of them players being the best in certain scenarios. And Mazraoui does beat the lit in certain scenarios. Like if you ask me, one of them is availability. So
what do you lot think of this move? Is it too mad?
You know
No, don't touch our tens. Just leave the
Why you're
tens.
bringing Mbuemo, bro? And then no.
Just leave the tens as they are.
Mbuemo's done
No,
that.
no, 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 no.
Then put Xerxes there. Then put Xerxes there and put Mbuemo. If you want to false nine.
Yeah, he's got a good point.
This is the problem that we are saying.
I put Xerxes there in the first place, is what I'm saying. Xerxes was the first player that I put there.
No, he's saying put Xerxes in the 10 and put Mbuemo in the false 9. So switch them around now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both those three players. Those three players can play each position in the attack, so they can interchange every single one of them.
And you know what? Because Ahmad is really a winger, yeah, you don't really need that pacey 10. Yeah, because Ahmad's got that pace.
See now, this is where if we're really gonna do a scholarship conversation, this is where we've addressed how we can go forward, but look at that gaping hole look at that gap that Bruno has to look after. I don't trust Bruno to be able to cover all of that.
I will disagree because when attacking, we'll convert to a back four. Euro go to right back. De Ligt and Martinez will go to the center back. Dorgu will push on the left side.
No, never. Dorgu's always up as well.
Dorgu will overlap. Ugarte covers that.
Dorgu overlaps when we're attacking on the left side. When we're attacking on the left side,
Ugarte will probably drop back. I've seen games where he drops back.
Exactly that. So Martinez pushes out to the left to cover Dorgu. Euro pushes out to the right to cover Ahmed, and then Ugarte has to step back.
He gets into this conversation because he's comfortable getting backwards as well, fast, the speed.
He also plays center back for Uruguay.
Yes. Hey, you know what? I don't even mind because you just got him up and down. We need a striker though.
We need an 8. We need an 8 desperately. I don't trust Bruno there.
KG, our number one problem.
See what the chat is saying as well. Let me see what the chat is saying, and I'll make some changes to the team as well. So bring some Antonio in and stuff. Let me read some of these. Read that one already. I have an unpopular opinion about the centre back position. I'm probably the only one that thinks Maguire and De Ligt are not good enough. I hope I can see more of Heaven in that position during pre-season. He can be an internal solution. I really rate Heaven, you know.
Me too.
I don't think anybody on here doesn't rate him. What we're saying, he's a young kid, and you don't want to
can't put all the pressure on him. It's not fair.
All the time.
It's not even a pressure. You just don't have the case study to say he's in the strongest setup yet. You just don't have it. Like you literally don't have the data.
You can't use the metric of dismissing somebody who brought in Collier and then trying to bring in your favorite Heaven and try to make it sound like we're not gonna pick it up. He doesn't have enough playing time to prove that he can be in the strongest lineup, guys. That's just the point.
Let me read this one here. Here's the super chat. Jaden Solskjaer cost much in nappies. Get rid. He's a Judas to the club. We need a dynamic box-to-box midfielder as an 8, not Bruno as an 8. So where does Bruno play? Is Bruno not in this team?
He leaves the club.
Yeah, bro. He leaves. Give me 100 mil, fam. I need my money, lad. I need my bread.
KG, I'm gonna say this, yeah. I'm just gonna say this. I was watching you lot put this team together, yeah. This team is shit. I'm being deadly honest, man.
Oh my
God! You lot look at what you lot just done, yeah. You feel confident in that?
No,
Bro, we're talking about it's the best that we got. That's what we said. We said it's the best we got.
Cool.
I
I'm just
don't
gonna
think
ask you a
Martin
question.
needs to start. That's my
Wait.
honest
I'm just gonna
opinion.
say this. What do you see in the centre circle?
Say that again, brother.
What do you see in the centre circle right now?
Ugarte and Bruno.
Bro, it's gonna be space. That guy's gonna go missing. You're talking to.
Space, yeah.
Yeah.
That's we're
Yeah.
finished, bro. If that is our starting two in the first game of the season, wrap the season.
I
I'll be
don't
so
rate
real.
it.
Them man
Yeah,
cannot
I
stop
agree.
this game, bro. Because
But you have to agree that's the best we have, though. You have to agree that's the best we have, right?
which is why I would have taken the money.
You know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Would have taken the money,
I
man.
don't think
We need
Amarim
two
starts Ugarte.
midfielders.
I
We
think
don't
he
just
starts
need
Casemiro
one.
and Bruno.
You think he starts Casemiro and Bruno?
I think.
Hell no.
Hey, Josh.
Hell no.
Nay.
Not in the
Do
Prem.
you know-
Hell no.
This
Not
is
to
the
the
thing.
Prem.
This is why I
Not in
don't
the Prem.
understand why everyone's so optimistic. Look at the options you're talking about to play in the midfield. Casemiro, he's even slower than Ugarte, bro. I'll be so real. Ugarte can cover ground in it, but once he gets the ball, he's a liability.
But that's
Bruno on the ball
that's why he has Bruno to carry the ball forward.
But Bruno's a bomber though. Like, it's a
What
bit
you
of
mean?
a-
Can I say
Bruno
that?
has
Yeah? Can
been-
I say? I think
Yeah.
you get better ball retention out of Ugarte if he's not paired with the like Bruno goes missing in that role. He's never available for a
Bro,
5-yard
I
pass.
remember in the Arsenal game, I tried to tell KG when we played Arsenal the first time. Ugarte and Bruno were playing in the pivot. I think it was one of the first times they done it. Ugarte was winning the ball back, but he was losing it because Bruno was chasing Saliba around. I was like, bro, is he not playing in the 8? Why is he pressing the centre back?
Yeah, so you're speaking the
I
same.
had that
You're speaking the
argument
same things
from
I've
then,
seen.
bro.
But
That was in
VB
November or December, whenever it was.
Bruno's always been ill-disciplined positionally.
Are you man
VB,
dropping
that was-
Bruno? He's coming on as a like. What's going on? What are you not trying to do?
I'm trying to
This is
sell
why I would
Bruno,
have got
bro.
rid of him. This is the
Well,
problem.
that's
You
not
don't
happening,
understand.
Coley. That shit
No,
is
listen.
real.
Can
Let's
I
move on.
say something? Wait. What are we doing here? Look,
we
one
doing
thing
here, man?
one factor that you're ignoring from your equation, VB, is that the reason Bruno was missing out and going MIA, it was because he was trying to do two things at the same time. He was trying to be
He
the
was trying
10
to
and
do-
play
he was
the
trying to be
8.
the 10.
But now we've got the
Okay.
two 10s there doing their jobs.
Oh,
So he
cool.
can sit
Wait.
down and carry the ball to
Let
Mbuemo
me
and
ask you this question.
yeah.
Do you think that because we have Cunha and Mbuemo, Bruno will not run around anymore? Do you really think that? Bruno, we talk about the same brother. This guy will press the goalkeeper from 8 if he has to. Let's
VB,
not
you
do
cannot
this like
deny
Bruno.
that.
Some
VB,
the only let's
Nah.
not do
I don't
this
think
like
he will.
Bruno.
Nah.
Let's not do this like the
Wait.
only reason Bruno's been running about is because
Hey, you lot, I'll
other
come back.
players
I
are
gotta
doing.
go. I gotta
Let's
go.
not
I'll
do
come
this,
back.
bro. This
Alright,
guy
fellas.
will press anybody, bro. It don't. He could be playing goalkeeper. He'll be pressing the opposition goalkeeper. Let's be real. That's Bruno.
We're just
That's because we've had players that don't press, bro.
that
That's
don't
all.
press.
Yeah,
We had
I
players
was
that
gonna
were not
say
doing
if
the
you see
job.
like
So
Exactly.
we're not doing
Mbuemo
that.
and the
We're
other
not
two
doing
pressing,
that.
he won't be pressing. He
You
won't be
lot are
running around
losing
the
it,
front.
bro.
You're gonna have to
One
press.
at a time. One at a time.
Yeah,
one at a
I
time.
think like
Yeah.
the most like biggest issue we have is like who's next to Bruno, because we all know Bruno's gonna play. He's a captain. I think if we get like something like Rodri where he can pass the ball and also defend, that's a problem. The 6 next to Bruno is the biggest issue we have right now. Because we know what Bruno is. We need somebody there that can control the pace and also like defend and help out. But we don't have someone that can pass really well and also defend. It was Casemiro, but his legs are gone. So like we
Yeah,
need
but I
somebody
still
next to
think-
him. That's the problem.
I still think Amarim rates Casemiro. If you want to play another
Not
midfield, you
not
can
You
still
can't
play.
play the Prem.
Not
Yeah,
for the
that's
Prem
not
though,
playing the
Joss.
Prem.
We have to be honest.
If we're being honest, I feel like
go
we're
on.
always going. If we're being honest, I feel we're gonna sign a midfielder anyway. And the news that's coming in says that Amarim wants a more athletical, physically dominating sort of midfielder, right? I don't even think he wants a baller in midfield. He wants a more dominating one. So,
Yeah, but before that happens,
If we
Kenny, hold up. Let
players
KG
we
ask
talk
his question,
about.
bro. This
Would you look
KG
cash in on Kobe because you
No, I
don't
wouldn't.
find the space for him in
No,
your
no,
in
no.
the.
No, I wouldn't. I'd cash in on the
No, I
other
wouldn't
guy.
Bobby's the bench player, unfortunately.
Yeah.
See, this is what I don't understand. Why?
You have to
I,
prove-
see, I don't
you have to
get
prove
this. Why
himself.
would we sacrifice Kobe for Bruno?
Why? Because Bruno has
not
contributed
happening.
more than Kobe. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
Bruno
but
is the
Kobe's the
captain.
future though. If we're sacrificing anybody, it's Garnacho.
Bro, I cool. I'll be so honest here. I'll say this: if we were going to win the Prem next season, then I hear what you're saying. We are not going to win the Prem next season. I don't see us winning it the year after. So I don't know what you lot are doing.
But what are we? Bro,
wait,
then
you
tell
know,
me.
wait, hold on.
Bro,
Let's
the
get
way
it
I
right.
see it, yeah.
This
When
is
Bruno
crazy.
leaves this club,
I'm just,
I wonder what people are going to support, bro.
no,
Like,
but I'm
what's
saying,
going on?
let's ask this
But bro,
question though.
bro,
You're not even getting Kobe into the strongest 11 or anything. He's not playing. As in,
That's a
he's just
manager's.
gonna be. He's a sub for you lot. When's he
That's on the
coming on?
manager.
When's
Yeah,
he
on the
playing for?
average, that's what it is. Unfortunately.
No, but
That's on
in
the
this
manager.
system, yeah, if Amra's going to be six, so you're telling me right now you're going to have a player in the team that is not, you're not using that much, right? And you're not willing to cash in.
Why are we not using him?
Yeah, but if we cash
Amrin
in,
is the
like
problem.
If you not tell me
That's
drop
Amrin.
Mbuemo and Cunha
Okay.
and play him in the 10s, I'm asking, put him in the team, guys. This is you lot's choice. Why are you not putting him in this team now then?
Who?
This is a good thing,
Who?
by the way, KG. Hold on.
Yeah, but
Put
Let
look
me
at
just
into
say
this
this,
team
yeah.
somewhere. I'm willing to listen.
Go
where,
ahead,
where
Josh.
would you put him?
Do you know?
Josh first, then VB, then Tonio. Go ahead, Josh.
Thank you. Thanks. So what I'd say is, first of all, we're talking about Kobe here, right? Last season, or this season, the season that just passed, we were trying to rest his injuries, weren't we? So this is the first time he's gonna have players ahead of him. So this is a good thing. If we're going to use him as a rotational, we've still got the FA Cup, we've got the League Cup. So why are we rushing him in? This is a good time for him to learn off and see where he can fit. We don't even know if Mbuemo is going to get injuries. We don't even know what Cunha is going to be looking like. So we need to have those options open. And even if you take Kobe up front, in case a striker gets injured, so we have that option as well. Also, if Amarim wants to start using him as the 6, he's a pretty good option to rotate with if Casemiro comes off or if Ugarte comes off. So he's got options ahead of him, and this is a good thing. I don't see this as a bad thing at all, in my opinion.
Go ahead, VB.
VB, go on.
Bro, for me, see the Kobe thing. For me, Kobe doesn't have to be a starter. For me, he doesn't have to be. He's 20. I don't mind him coming off the bench or starting games here and there.
You think he's going to be comfortable with that, bro?
I don't think he'll be, bro. But that's the fight, innit? He's got to get himself into the team on a consistent basis. That's on him and also the manager. But this is why I would sign 2 midfielders. I don't trust our midfielders that we have starting right now.
I don't think we'll sign 2. I think we'll sign 1. And that
That's
one probably
So
benches Ugarte, by the way.
Who's that one next? If we sign a midfielder, who plays next to him?
Casemiro, Bruno. I'm sure Ugarte is the bench.
Let's say this and be done with it. Bruno is staying. Bruno is the captain. Bruno will play.
Yeah,
okay,
get over it,
that's
man.
That's the end of when that is concerned. So Bruno is in the team regardless.
So
he's starting regardless. So if everybody else, well, Cunha we know is gonna start.
So next season,
if they're able to do this deal and Mbuemo comes, Mbuemo is going to start.
Next season, when we're getting ran through, what's everyone gonna say?
It's not even up.
Hold on. Let me
Do you know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over? Bro, we've had 2 seasons of our midfield getting ran through.
No, but VB, what I'm saying is, you said that we need a midfielder, right?
We need 2.
And then you said something about Bruno. What I am saying to you is, Bruno is going to start. So and I'm not disagreeing that we need somebody to be in that pivot with Bruno, because everybody is saying, Ugarte is not, for right now, that's what we have, but he's not that guy. So I'm not disagreeing with you, VB, but people need to realize that Bruno is that other person in that midfield. So we got to figure out who the other person is going to be if we're going to buy a new person.
That's what midfield?
It's the same thing that I'm Bibi, can I say something for a second?
Go on.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? We started this to put up our strongest 11. That's what we started this off. Okay, and our strongest 11, the person with high percentage of interceptions and ball disruptions is Ugarte. He has the engine. He's the one we brought to do that particular job. You brought in a point by saying, no, Bruno was going to disappear in that midfield. we interjected by giving you a reason he was doing that, because we didn't have people pressing. We didn't have proper number 10s. We were lacking, but we've brought in players to do the job up front.
One have to
So
work his
Bruno,
hard.
and now Bruno's job has been lightened a bit, and you cannot sit there. Hang on, you cannot sit there and act as if you have not seen Bruno's game change over the past couple of games, where he's no longer too petulant, where he's playing no longer too many Hollywood passes. You can't sit there and tell me you haven't seen that. So you can't be playing. You can't be playing Jesus right now and say, "Oh no, I know what's going to happen. Bruno ain't going to listen." He wasn't listening because there was nobody to do the goddamn job.
All you have to do is look.
Wait, let me go real quick because I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Yeah.
Antonio, go ahead.
With the Kobe thing, I hate when we do this because like we need squad players. We can't keep trying to sell everybody, and then like when people get hurt, we're asking who's next. So we need a squad player. So like he can stay on the bench if he needs to, and if he's good enough, he'll start. With the midfielder next to Bruno, I like Edison for Atleta. A lot of people have been saying it in the chat too. That's a good like option. We can, but I'm not sure if we'll get him. But that's like an option there. With the Ugarte thing, yeah, like he's good at getting the ball back, but his problem is not even his passing for me. He loses the ball a lot. He gets cut on the ball too much. That's his problem. So we need somebody that can like I said, pass and control the play. Go ahead.
Okay, do you want me to read out statistics? Do I read out statistics for you people?
No,
because no. But you don't want to you don't not want to have a scholars conversation and not want statistics, because you see I've said this thing before.
And we said no. Then you tell us
hold on, no, but it's a scholars show. It is a scholars show. It defeats the purpose.
At least we're not going to listen to the. So what? We're just going to just hear takes with no factual information.
With no facts.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So hold on. A lot of people in this thing have been talking about how Adam Watson they want Adam Watson over Ugarte. While I'm not saying Ugarte is a better player, I am just trying to tell you people that hold on. Those passes that you're looking for, passes per 90, according to facts, Ugarte has 42.9. Adam Watson has 40.8. So he has less passes per 90. But now you will say, okay, maybe he's playing less passes, but his passes he's completing more on average. Maybe if you look at that same statistics. Percentage passes completed per 90 percentage. Ugarte is 88%. Adam Watson is down at 79%. So an almost 10% difference in terms of passes completed per 9. Ugarte is passing more and he's also completing more. If you want to compare that passes completion per 90 with other defensive midfielders in the league, there are only how many of them? I think there are about, in terms of defensive midfielders in general, there are only about 7 of them or 8 of them.
8.
Well, yeah, but most of them are playing in the same team. Like Lavia and Caicedo are playing in the same Chelsea. You understand? Now, Ugarte is better than, in terms of these statistics, him and Onana have the same 88%. With the same thing with Baleba, although Ugarte has played more passes. McAllister is lesser than Ugarte in these statistics. João Gomez is lesser. Kobe Menu is lesser. Tielemans is lower. Doucouré is lower. Tyler Adams, all these players. My point is what I said before. I have said it before. The problem is, because Ugarte does the simple things right, we tend to overlook the fact that he's doing it right and only emphasize on it when he makes a mistake. But I have showed you the person, and a lot of us don't even watch other teams to see how these defensive midfielders were. Hold on. Let me finish.
I just have one question.
Yeah,
a
lot
of
people
don't watch the other team. You're going to be finished anytime soon, bro, because you've been talking for like 5 minutes now.
I'm wrapping up. I've just stated facts. A lot of us don't watch these teams. And then the players that we are looking for, they are not performing better than Ugarte. I'm not saying Ugarte is a solution. I'm not saying Ugarte is the solution, but I'm saying that we tend to undervalue him better and worse than what he's actually doing in the club. That's
Yeah,
all I have.
I
Well,
actually
I'll
agree with you,
what
Uncle.
again next?
This
Riri,
My
right here, what we're doing.
JP's making
Okay, so
Dude,
Tonio, you
I'll
can
be so
respond
real.
to Uncle,
Okay, yeah.
and then VB can speak.
Uncle,
Wait, hold on.
I
Jeff
agree
has
with
as
you.
BB's
well.
been talking for time, man.
Jeff,
Yeah, I agree with you. My only like
Hey,
I said,
Jeff
his
is in here. I know. I just saw Jeff. What's up, Jeff? So, Jen, after Tonio
What
says
up?
what you gotta say, Jeff can say what you gotta say.
yeah, mine would be quick. I actually agree with Uncle. Like his passing is not a problem for me. It's when he gets the ball, like getting those passes away. That's the issue. He holds onto the ball for, like too long for sometimes. Most of his like every time he makes a mistake, he gets the ball taken away from him, and then like there's a counter. So it's not passing. It's like he takes like he doesn't take care of the ball. He's not like press proven. So we need somebody that can like take care of the ball and be press proven. That's my only
Have you
issue with
seen
him.
what this person's doing, by the way?
Yo, Abs is taking a piss.
That's
son.
crazy.
Abs, bro. I don't even know if it's abs, bro. No! Abs is here as well. Look. That's someone taking the piss because Abs is here as well.
What the fuck was that?
No. There is only one true abs. KJ, unfortunately, you have to kick out the abs with no screen
Nah, wait,
because there is only one true abs.
No, but
Are
my
those the
screen's
7
not
screens?
working. My screen's
yeah,
not
let
working.
me
I can't even see you lot on the.
just change my pro. Look at my profile picture there.
That is
No.
Abs, now I noticed it, bro.
Only the 7th screen is abs.
Screen bastard.
Only the 7th screen is abs. Any other abs is a counterfeit.
That is crazy.
No, wait. And I really want to. I can't see. I'm gonna try and leave and then jump back in and see if it works because nothing's working.
Abs, unfortunately, you can't go to court with
Jeff,
this.
go ahead and say what you were gonna say, bro.
Yeah, I think like the team that you guys built was probably a lot of the things that we're saying about what everybody has to do is really contingent upon the fact that Bruno is going to have to adjust the way that he plays. I hear all the points about he was doing this because nobody else was doing it. He was doing it because the other 10. All right, cool. I don't care why he was doing it. All I know is the fact that he was doing it put Ugarte on an island. And then you have to factor in the fact that we're talking about Ugarte's passing, which we just heard the stats, not as bad as people would lead you to believe. But the reality is, who's he passing the ball to? Bruno, who knows where he is on the field at any given time. Rasmus Højlund, who plays in Timberland boots. Like, he's passing to a bunch of players who aren't retaining the ball, don't make the right runs. For the first, I want to say 5 to 10 games of Amarin's tenure, we're doing whatever the hell they wanted to do. And on top of that, like, a lot of our players function as counterattack players and not possession style players. So it's not just about the setup of who's on the field. It's also about the mentality and the strategy of how these players want to play. Bruno might want to be up there in the 10 and doing the offensive stuff all he wants. But his best game for us was that Liverpool game at Anfield, where he was disciplined, he sat in the middle, he controlled the ball, he was press resistant. And that's my frustration with him most of the time, is because I don't say he's trash. I have an issue with his decision making because I know he can do a bunch of things, but I don't understand why he does some of the things that he does when he does them. So now that we have 2 actual 10s, the scoring load and the assist load is not going to be on him. I see Xerxes kind of playing that Firmino role in the false 9 with Mbuemo and Cunha coming off him on either side, pause. Like, I just think that is Bruno going to sit back and say, I'm going to be the captain of this team. I'm going to sit in the midfield. I'm going to keep our midfield from being overrun. I'm going to be a good partner to Ugarte or Casemiro or whoever else we bring in. Because we can bring in Baliba all we want to. Put him on the island as Gilligan settings all over again. That's going to happen to every single person who we sit in the middle of the field, as long as we don't have a situation where Bruno also sits in the middle of the field with him. I want him next to Ugarte so Ugarte can play him a simple pass and Bruno can be the one playing the progressive pass. But us complaining, he's not supposed to be on the ball. He's supposed to have a partner with him so they can play 1-2s and make it through the midfield. But we don't have that. Bruno's up pressing the keeper. You're playing the 8, you pressing the keeper. I don't care if our 10s aren't pressing the keeper. I know you shouldn't be doing that in the position that you're playing. So really, the question is going to be, is Bruno going to make the adjustment? I believe he can. I don't believe it's an issue of talent. I believe it's an issue of will. I believe it's
trust as well. He's never been able to trust the team to players to do what he's been asking for. Bruno has to do it all for the team, so he's going above means. Now, knowing I've got Mbuemo, I've got these players, I can jump in and help out. He could be more disciplined.
We need the Bruno.
I totally agree with that.
It's my squad.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do what I want to
disagree completely.
Like, who knows?
The thing is, he's more disciplined with Portugal, so we know he can do it. When he plays with Portugal, we've seen him be like more disciplined.
I don't think people
so
have watched
we know
him
he
play
can
in
do it.
Portugal.
It's just like I think he feels like he has to do too much with his team. Because I've seen him do it with Portugal, so he can't do it. I don't know. I think he has trust issues.
Because I watch Portugal play. Because that's one of my teams that I watch play. But Abs just came in.
Abs, go on. Talk to us.
Oh, guys, great conversation so far. I've just been listening while I was at work. KG, can you put the team up for me, please?
No problem.
I'm going to make some changes and we can have a conversation about it.
Share screen, boom. Something's wrong with I wonder if it's showing for you lot. Oh, finally it's working. Cool.
Sweet. Right. First change straight off.
That's how you know I hate this guy. I hate this man so much.
And you notice nobody corrected you on that, bro.
No one wants him here. No one wants him here. That's why. So I'm gonna make a change straight off the bat in the back line. Right? Whether you guys like this or not, unfortunately, one player is necessary for this team, and it was proven this season why he's necessary. So, yes, Maguire's playing.
Fuck off.
Where?
Maguire's playing. So, we play in England, people, and 9% of the team puts the ball in the air. And with all due respect...
My head hurts.
Hold on, let him land. He has the first time speaking.
You can argue with me afterwards. I don't mind.
Yeah.
We play in England. We play in the Prem. And 80% of the teams we have faced have been good at corners and free kicks. We only got one player on our team that we're comfortable heading the ball. That's Maguire. That's it.
I say two. I say Mazraoui has to put the
whether
best.
Whether you guys like it or not, he has to start. Because when De Ligt was starting with Martinez, he was not good in the air. He wasn't that good in the air. That's just the truth about it. You're going to see this man start. I have no problem with the wing backs. I think you keep the load to obviously swap here and there. And Euro will be on the left. Yeah, Euro will be on the left. The left will be on the right. That's probably the best centre back three we've had.
The funny thing is, our best defender is on the bench.
Hey, let him finish.
Let him land first, and then everybody else can have their say.
So can you scroll up to the striker? Because we don't have a striker, right?
No.
And we want to score goals. I think there's something Josh said that's really correct. And we saw this in the Europa League final. Ruben likes Casemiro over Ugarte. I think Casemiro is going to be in that midfield. Now, the only way Casemiro can be in that midfield is if Bruno is playing as a 10, which means either Mbuemo or Cunha is playing as a striker. That's what so put Xerxes and then put Ugarte in there with him because you're still going to need legs no matter what.
Wait.
I have a feeling.
Wait. So what? Casemiro, he's playing there. Ugarte,
yeah. Because if it becomes a choice, if we do get Gyökeres and it becomes a choice, I have a feeling because of Casemiro's ability on the ball, what I've seen in the game, I'm not doing stats. I know Uncle might come and prove me wrong and say that Casemiro's passing is worse or whatever, but the way I see that I've seen him choose, I think Casemiro will start with Bruno which would be the worst decision. So I think this is the only way to get everyone in.
If Cas doesn't go this summer, of course.
Yeah, if Cas doesn't go this summer, based on what we have now.
He ain't going nowhere.
And by the way, KG, when you had your show earlier with Flick, I didn't have a time to comment, but I absolutely believe he's right. What's the most important position to get now? It's a number 6.
More than a striker or a goalkeeper. Look how goalkeepers.
Bro, look at the midfield. Before, by the way, I didn't even get to finish this year, and VV was already going to comment. You guys were about to kill each other over who plays in midfield and why. It's a midfielder. You have to get a more complete midfielder.
Brother,
to go
look
beside
at
people.
this question mark. This is the most important thing. Is this guy?
You can't play football, man. You can't play football.
I don't want to come across. This is not an Onana apology, but if we fix our midfield and we can keep control of the ball, like think about a lot of the goals we score is because we turn the ball over trying to pass it out of the back because we had an unbalanced midfield and they didn't work together as a team.
Yeah.
If we fix that, like think about the goal we scored in the Europa. How did we give the ball away?
It was Bruno.
Okay, so there was many times where we gave away the ball in that same area, that little half space between, like right outside of our box, like 10, 15 yards outside of our box, and they turn us over quickly. And it's not even long enough to really be a counterattack because they're right on top of us. If we fix that, we lessen the number of chances.
Oh, when you say that, you're saying you can still keep Onana in net. Is that what you're not?
I'm saying we can outscore everyone.
I'm not saying I want.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna not leak goals, but we will.
We're going to be having 7-6 games.
So you lot are trying to continue like with Onana.
Get Onana out of here.
In a really harsh reality, since we're talking about stats, we've conceded less goals this season than we did last season. We conceded less goals. Hold on. Right? We considered less goals this season. We considered less goals this season than last season. We considered less goals last season than the season before when Onana wasn't there.
Are you drunk?
Let me ask you this. KG, would you take Baleba?
Man, them want to sell Bruno and keep Onana.
Bro, don't put me involved.
Jeff has a question. Hold up. Jeff has a question for you, KG.
Crazy.
If you had a choice, are you taking Baleba or are you taking Martinez? If you had to choose between them.
Martinez.
Okay.
Immediately.
Baleba.
I need a keeper. Wait, you look. Go on for the community. Wait, hold on.
Wait, if he said
he hasn't even signed it. He hasn't even signed to Barcelona. What's that one that's
Garcia?
That Garcia.
What's the name again? Is it 25 million?
The goalkeeper.
Spanish goalkeeper, 25 million Garcia. Yeah, he's apparently said no.
Or Baleba.
Both.
Baleba.
Huh?
Baleba.
Wait. Can I say why? Wait. Just say another midfielder. If you say another midfielder,
hasn't done enough.
No, if you say another midfielder, I'll agree with you. It's just you're saying Baleba.
No, because you have to pick right now. Pick.
No, but it's Baleba because it has to be Baleba.
If you had said Edison, I would have said Edison.
Well, I like Edison as well.
If you said Edison, I would have said
the goalkeeper. That midfielder as the option.
No. I'll take Martinez over Edison.
I take Martinez.
Edison gives me Brazilian Ugarte.
This is hold on.
Bro, Edison looks like Ugarte.
Yeah,
Brazilian Ugarte.
Wait. I'm asking the question right now. Pick a player. You could only. This is all you're getting. Yeah, the goalkeeper Garcia or Baleba. I need to understand. We're not tired of Onana.
Wait, do we have a striker too already, or like is
You have to go for
KG, we're not saying we're not tired of
Baleba's midfield.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Abs, Baleba's midfield.
If we had kept the other this wouldn't be a problem, but we didn't, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm taking Baleba, KG, for sure.
Bro, they're gonna take
need our midfield to shore up.
Wait, Baleba, Onana behind him.
Bro,
if our midfield is solid,
Baleba might be 100 M's in a season and a half, KG. Like it's Baleba, bro.
If the midfield is short up, KG, we're going to leak less goals, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
bro. If our midfield is short up, we're gonna leak less goals.
My only thing is, do we have a striker? That matters to my answer. So do we have a striker, or are we like choosing between those two? I was like only two signings, like options.
Wait,
So do you have a striker already
What,
that can score
what
goals?
exactly are we talking
we
about
trying to
here?
keep
What
Onana?
exactly
I
are
don't
we
know. With
talking
Jarrell,
about, guys?
KG
Guys,
has
what
KG
exactly
has
You know
is
what?
this
25
I'll
conversation?
answer
priorities.
I
you.
don't even
What
know.
are we talking
Michael, I'll
about?
answer you directly.
KG
I'll
has
answer you
what is the
directly.
bigger
Yeah.
priority?
If you
Answer me
control
directly,
the
and then I'll
ball,
answer you guys directly.
no.
You
If
cannot
you
keep
control the
Onana.
ball and you control the game, your goalkeeper faces less shots.
He can't save.
If
He
you can
doesn't know how to
control the
save
ball and
shots.
control the game, you're probably going to create more chances to score. I'm not worried
Okay.
about him at that point.
Okay. Is that the point you're trying to make?
That's my point.
Now let me make my point. Hold on. Let me make my point. So somebody mentioned that in the Europa League final, it was because Bruno turned the ball. Was it because Bruno turned the ball over that Onana did not know the fundamentals of saving the ball? Was that because of Bruno that Onana could not do the fundamentals? He
So what
had
we do after that?
eight errors leading to goals. One of the highest in the this. What are we talking about? Is it the defensive midfielder's fault that Onana cannot save?
That's why we
What
need
are we
both.
talking about here now?
So hold on, Uncle. Let me get this straight.
Yeah,
That
this
one
is why
goal,
I want a
that
certain
one
man
goal you're
gone,
blaming
so we
Onana
don't have
for.
to
You're
choose
skipping
between these
Bruno for
fucking
giving the ball
positions.
away and Luke Shaw for not defending the cross properly. But we're all just going to concentrate on one
Man,
person.
hold on.
Went in.
That is why
what you've just done.
That is why Luke Shaw is not
That's
in
what
this
you've just done.
11. That is why
That's
Luke
what
Shaw
you've
is
just
not in
done.
this
But
11.
here's my answer to you.
That is why Luke Shaw is not in this
He
11.
doesn't give the ball away in the
You have
first
to
place.
take out Bruno as well.
There's nothing.
Okay, hold on. Let me
No. Can I
explain something.
I think you guys are forgetting the fact that this man dives with both hands to reach for a ball. Like even
that is the point I'm trying to. The
even
fundamentals
me
are
who's not a
flawed.
goalkeeper, I stretch my hand. These are
Can I
fundamentals
just
of
say something?
goalkeeping.
I'm with you, Caddy. My only issue is, like I said, if you said other midfielders, I'd be like, yeah, Onana's got a goal. But Baleba looks like he might be Casado. He looks like he might go for 150 million in a couple years.
Bro. Listen,
Okay, let me paint a picture for you guys. Let me just paint a quick picture.
Onana's got to go.
Okay, go ahead and answer. Go ahead and answer. Go ahead and answer.
Yeah, let Jeff go real quick. He's been
I
waiting.
don't want you to get you demonetized.
Scored 0 goals. The one where
Yeah,
our midfield
thank
got
you.
overran.
Bro, you man haven't had enough of Onana,
Even if
bro.
we let in 1 goal, and we scored 0. So if we save that one, what?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too.
Why didn't their keeper make a mistake?
He did. He made a lot of mistakes.
He did make a mistake. Their centre backs
we just couldn't capitalize off of
He did
it.
make a mistake. Their centre backs covered him, which is something that
we almost went out of the Europa League because Onana made 2 mistakes against Lyon. Not that we did not score goals, though. Not that we did not score goals, but our keeper single-handedly sent us out of the Champions League. He single-handedly sent us out of the Champions League, and he nearly sent us out of the Europa.
What was the score against Lyon in the first leg before Onana done what he does,
Can
bro?
I speak? Because you guys have been going at it. Granted, everybody on this panel knows we have a shit goalkeeper. Okay? Everybody on this panel know that we need a goalkeeper. However, that is not the #1 priority of this club right now, to get a goalkeeper. So we could all sit here and debate Onana's trash season that he's had for the last 2 seasons, because I think people forgot he got us kicked out of Champions League with his errors. Made Rasmus's goal scoring look like shit in the Champions League when Rasmus was scoring one of the highest scorers in the initial part of the Champions League when we were in Champions League, believe it or not. So I am just as done with Onana as everybody else. However, that's not on the bingo card at this organization right now.
Wait, are you not seeing what I'm seeing? Are you not seeing this?
Bro.
Are you not seeing this? Is it showing you lot?
No, it's not showing.
Bro, KG, bro, I'm with you, you know. Onana needs to get the fuck out of this club, bro.
No, nobody's not saying
I think everyone agrees.
Everybody's saying he's got to go, but that's not on the bingo card.
It's the main.
No, but we don't know that for sure, Riri. We don't know that for sure. We do not know that. We cannot say that for certain. That is not on the bingo card.
KG, I beg you don't show that, bro. I might get.
So
It's gonna
this
piss me
all
off.
these things you're seeing now was on the defensive
Bro,
midfielders,
it's gonna
Abi.
piss me off, you know.
All these
Bro,
ones
my
you're
head's
seeing
getting
now.
hot watching this, bro. My head's getting
KG, bro,
hot.
KG, bro.
Hey, hold on.
This is the
Can
defensive
I
midfielders.
ask a question, please?
I'll
Can I
start chatting
ask two
about
questions, right?
Bro, I'll
Two
start chatting
questions real
about black
quickly.
goalkeepers again, you know.
Uncle,
I'm telling
correct
you,
me if
bro.
I'm wrong. Aren't you one of the peoples that wanted De Gea back?
No,
Over
never.
this prick.
I never
Oh,
wanted to get
fantastic.
back.
Cool. Right, cool. You can go. I'll leave the past you. Guys, can I ask you a question? Do you think Ederson is a good goalkeeper for Man City?
I don't rate Ederson like that, you know.
Nah, really.
No one
He's
rates
all right.
Ederson. If you watch him as a goalkeeper, he's actually terrible. But what's
He's all right.
one
don't
of
rate
the
him like a
main
goalkeeper
reasons
like that,
why
you
no
know.
one notices how bad Ederson is? Man City dominate the ball. They
Yep.
dominate the games. So
No,
that's
that
what I
that is
never
that
do.
is actually
I don't
not
want to
it.
just
You
keep.
know what, yeah?
I
I'd
can
love to
keep
have Rodri
Onana
in
for
it
one more
and
season
Kevin
if
De
we get
Bruyne.
players
No,
to
I
dominate
can't.
the games.
That's
That's all I'm
a
saying.
that's a bad
Cool.
comp,
Wait,
bro.
wait,
I
Like
can't.
Edison
Wait,
has
please.
skill
You
sets
can't
that are
compare Ederson to
useful.
Onana. You cannot
Edison
compare
has
Ederson to
useful
Onana.
skills, bro.
You're
That's
talking
the
But
about
No,
issue.
I don't see
Ederson's
Edison's mistakes
fundamentals
because
are
I'm too
good.
busy watching Man City win.
Edison's fundamentals
Ederson's
are terrible,
fundamentals
bro.
are good.
His
Edison's
Ederson's
fundamentals
Edison's
are not that
fundamentals
good,
fundamentals are
Uncle.
are
good.
No, no,
What are
no,
you
good.
no, no.
talking about?
That's why
What are y'all
he's the
talking
second
about?
string
What are you talking about?
goalkeeper
He's
for
not.
Brazil, bro. He
His,
doesn't
No,
remind me
his
hold
of
on.
basic
Brazil.
goalkeeping keeping skills
So
are
here
good.
is the
The
thing.
Edison's
goalkeeper
better
says
than
they're not
Onana,
good,
but
but
Edison,
you
I don't
don't
rate
notice
him.
because they keep the ball.
Bro, I don't rate
No,
Parliamentary.
Edison
no.
so
So
low.
here's what happened. Let me tell you what has
You
happened.
lot killed me.
Ederson has declined in the last
Goals
season.
of goalkeeper.
Decline, he
Ederson
was
has
never
declined.
fucking good. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
He was
Let me
never
tell you.
fucking good, Uncle.
No,
What are you
hold.
talking about?
I did not say Ederson was the best in the league. Don't get me wrong. I did not say Ederson was the best in the league. Ederson was
He's better
offering
than
Man
Onana.
City more than what Onana is offering us. But look at what Man
Yeah.
City did. The moment Ederson's flaws started becoming apparent, what have they done this season? They've rotated between Ederson and Ortega, and they're kicking Ederson out to bring in another goalkeeper.
They
But
did
it's
that last
we.
season as
We
well.
tried to
But it's we
rotate
that
too.
are
We
going
got
to
another
manage.
crackhead on the
It's we that
bench.
are supposed to manage with Onana. Should I tell you what I think our number one problem is? We need a striker. That is our number one.
No.
We need a striker, and I'm going to tell you why. Matheus Cunha and Mbuemo are fantastic players. They are not in the box strikers. No matter how good your players are outside the box, if you don't have somebody in the box to disrupt the defenders, nothing will go through. Matheus Cunha can carry the ball from the midfield and drive. Mbuemo can do that. If you don't have a striker in the box that can disrupt the defenders and create space for your tens, forget
Can I
about it.
ask a question,
I
Uncle?
think
When you're talking about that scenario you just gave there, like who's the Wolves prolific striker that made all the space for Cunha, and who's the prolific striker for Brentford that made all the space for Maman?
Wissa
Wemba.
was playing fantastic. Wissa was a fantastic
Yeah,
player.
but is he the presence that you're trying to describe? Like, if you have somebody in the box, they can maybe take like the way that those guys were scoring their goals wasn't due to this like space being created by a striker, bro. Like, if you want a striker, say that.
Have
I
you
just don't agree with that
watched
assessment.
the goals that Mbuemo scored?
Strangler.
I would
But
recommend
yeah,
I would recommend that you actually go
what
and watch the goals.
the guy who
You
cuts
understand?
in from the
Yeah,
right side of the 18-yard
Strand
box and then
Larson was
crashes
good
it.
too at Brentford.
And then mind you, very importantly, when teams play people like Wolverhampton, nobody is sitting back. They're not sitting back. So when you see
We are
Cunha driving,
Wolverhampton. Who's sitting back
no,
against us?
but still,
Yeah,
teams
man.
sit back
Because
against
when
Man
we
United.
play
You've watched
Wolves,
our
we'll
matches
sit
now.
back in it.
Stop talking as if you've not watched Man United matches.
Uncle, the whole running theme of Old Trafford this year has been teams aren't scared of us, which is
Bro, our
because when
midfielders
they
got
come to
slotted
play
out,
us,
bro.
they attack. I don't get what you're
No,
saying.
no.
Like, I
Sitting
normally
back
agree
does
with
not
you.
mean they are
I just
scared.
don't get what you mean. They're
Sitting back
not
does not
sitting
mean
back
teams
though,
are
bro.
scared.
What's pissing me off about
Can I-
everything everyone said, yeah, is
It's the Onana
you
thing,
man
innit?
still ain't seen enough of Onana. Man said
No,
one more.
Okay,
Nobody's
maybe
saying
not.
they
I am
haven't
trying
seen
to
enough,
understand
What
it.
did he
KG.
say in
Bro.
I am
Spanish,
trying to
KG? I
understand
Nobody's
it.
don't want
saying that.
Onana here.
Like,
the twist of what I
Nobody's
said.
Exactly.
I am
saying
trying to
that,
Bro, don't
bro.
understand it.
WDs,
The
man,
twist of
bro.
what I said.
I can't. I can't
KG,
at
the
the same.
twist of
As
what
I
I
said
said.
before,
Like,
I'll say it again, bro. Black
That we
no,
goalkeepers.
cannot
I
manage
didn't.
our midfield. We
I
can't manage
didn't.
Ugarte and Ugarte Bruno combination, but we can manage Onana for one more
Onana.
season.
Oh,
We
But you
cannot
know that
manage.
with
see,
So we have
Firstly, I'm
Ugarte,
cool.
we have Kobe Meno, we have Bruno
Man,
Fernandes,
saying if
we
we
have
score more
Casemiro.
goals,
We cannot
I heard
manage any
Kenny.
of those
I heard man
combinations.
say if we score more goals, it doesn't matter if the keeper. It doesn't matter about the keeper.
He wants to, bro.
No,
He wants to have
no.
7-6 games. He
And
wants to
score
have
more
7-6.
goals. You're
and we
not
can
going to see
control the
Onana do that much
midfield.
work.
But
you
what
wanna have
happens if
6-5?
I'm not
the
saying
one
that.
concedes early before we score and it affects the game and they go back into the low block and that? What
Then
happens
they
there?
pussy,
control the
and they need to
game.
go score more goals.
When do we score first? You understand?
See,
When
If
do
everyone
thank
we
you.
just
score
score,
The man them are just
about
saying
controlling the
things.
game.
Man, them are acting like we're gonna
We scored first against Lyon. We scored first against
Back
Lyon.
against us. We always score the first goal. We're just saying things.
I scored 3 goals in 10 minutes. Like,
bring up the lights,
that's
people.
Yeah, I can't. But honestly, yeah,
KG,
I
KG,
would have thought, and I
wait,
maybe it's
wait,
selective
bro.
listening. I can't hear Onana doing any more seasons at this club.
And
Honestly,
You
KG,
can't.
I'm beyond
I don't
done.
think
I
KG,
can't.
I don't think you're wrong.
Did you,
I think
bro?
I'm
Do you
just
see?
asking. I'm asking for the temperature of like, what is everybody's individual ideas about the bigger priority for the team? And I think
He's
it's all about how
number
you want to see
one.
him play. You want to see a keeper because you miss David De Gea and
No,
gravity.
I don't even miss David. Forget
No, I'm
David
not
De
saying
Gea.
bring David De Gea
I
back.
don't want to see
I do.
Onana
I'm
ever
saying you miss-
again. I don't want to see Onana again. I need you. I can't even explain again.
KG. What I'm saying is, you
What we
miss the
say?
field looking at
Listen,
the
see,
goal.
it's not. Do you know it's with
Feels like
Onana? Yeah. If
he's
you want
gonna
to say
do
it's
what I
personal,
need
fuck
him
it.
to
It's
do.
personal, bro. It's affecting my club. It is personal.
It's affecting me. I'm affected, bro. This guy, all I get is look. I can, if you want to think of a bad Onana mistake, and we can name
Bro,
7.
do you remember the Morgan? Wait. Do
KG,
you remember
we
the
can
Morgan
do that
Gibbs
on the
White
other
one? Yeah,
end
when he
too.
shot it in
Think
the
about
middle of
all
the
the
goal and
chances that
Onana
he
dived
gets up
out of the
front.
way. Bro, Onana jumped out of the way. The ball was going in the middle of the net, bro. This is the goalkeeper you man want to keep for another season.
Nobody.
No, you guys are twisting
y'all
what he's
saying we
saying
want to
about
You
keep
know
him.
what?
him. Nobody
I
wants
swear
to
you guys don't listen to the
They
words that
shoot on
Onana
corners.
speaks
Wait,
now,
hold on.
so I get it now. You
KG, are you mad at your own hypothetical?
Hey, they shoot on corners, bro. They shoot on corners.
Bro,
with
we
our
conceded
goal.
2
Scoring
corners.
directly from corners, KG.
Bro, we
Scoring directly
conceded
from corner
directly
kicks.
from
Corners.
corners.
Hey, we're not going to concede corners anymore.
Bro,
Nah,
the
we
player
will.
that, bro, do you know what I find
Wait,
funny?
hold on.
The
Are we
player
not
we
going to
bought,
concede corners no more? Because
bro,
I know,
the player we
okay,
bought
we'll
scored a
talk about
direct
conceding
corner,
goals
bro.
and stuff. Are we going to not concede corners no more?
No,
I
we
think
bought
we
the
will
guy who
give
scored
up
against
less
us.
corner kicks.
Have
and
you
we
the
can
guy who
seen
control
scored
the
against us,
game.
bro.
Onana on a corner?
We will give up less corner kicks and they will have less chances.
What
That's
are we
what I'm
talking
saying.
about here? What are we talking about?
Come on,
Is it the number of corners that determines goal they score from corner kicks? Which one is we
Wait
give
a
up less
second.
corners?
Exactly.
So because we give up less
Is it the
corners,
number?
we concede less
Is it
corners.
after you? Is it if you only if you give up more than 5 corners that a
5
team can
corners.
score you from
Oh,
corner
wait.
kicks?
So
Eh.
What are we
what
talking
if we
about here
concede?
now? What
When
is
have
this
we ever
statistic?
conceded? When
Why
have
is
we ever?
this
Hold
always
on.
happening,
What if
When
we
bro?
have
give
we
away
ever
5 corners
conceded?
and concede
When have
3?
we ever conceded from direct
Like,
corners?
what is
Twice.
going on? Every
Nah.
time man them
Let me tell
assemble
you people what the
scholars, this
fundamental
happens.
What?
you see
Wait,
our
Carl, you
midfield.
been here?
I
Hold on,
get your point.
Uncle, you've talked for
Yeah,
time. Charles, go ahead.
Yeah, I just think it's always crazy, yo. Man them assemble the scholars, yeah.
Bro, the more you
And
see
then the next thing you hear
KG,
is
yeah,
something
search
that's
up that
just from
Morgan
the
Gibbs White
left
goal,
hand
yeah.
side. It's just something from the left hand side, yeah. Them man that want to keep on Onana, y'all are basically saying we can make deal for one more season.
Nah.
Them man that don't want to keep him are saying, you know what, the midfield is more important. You both have good points. But where I stand is, you see that Europa League final. You see when the ball is going into the net and man is diving into the net and still missing. The ball has no pace. It's not
And they're
even a
blaming it
thing,
on Bruno.
brother.
Bro, he
They're
Shaw,
pushed the
blaming it
ball
on
in.
Shaw's
Bruno.
chest,
He hit
Bro,
off
he
Shaw's
pushed
Luke's
the
chest
foot.
ain't
ball in
even
the
flat
goal.
Bro,
He
enough
pushed.
for the
no
ball to be
power.
bounced off with any sort of pace, bro. It's rolling.
Bro, the
I'm
ball
But
seeing
blame it on
Brennan
Bruno.
get to the
I
ball
understand.
before
I
my
understand
goalkeeper
that point.
that's diving with
You,
2 hands
Uncle, you
and
think
2
you're smart with
legs.
your one-liners when people blamed it
Right.
on more than Bruno. Okay, you keep going, sir. They
No,
blamed
no,
it on
I
Bruno, but
but
understand
that's
that
not what
point.
we
somebody here
said.
I'm
said
not
it's
saying I'm
because
not
That's
Bruno
what we
saying
lost
said.
that.
the
Why are you
ball
lying
and
for?
Luke Shaw missed it.
I thought you're a
Is that not
knowledgeable
what
person. Now you're
somebody said
lying to
here?
make yourself sound smarter.
No. Somebody
But
actually said it here.
no, me.
I
That's what
want
you just
you.
said.
I want you, man,
Bro,
to
get the
focus on
You
this.
Morgan
don't need
Gibbs
to
White
conceded in the first 45. Yeah, this guy 22. Then you lot know these are the ones that hurt the most. Where is it? Where is he in extra time?
Just after
you
half
see this
time.
year? You see this year? The half time, just
Yeah,
the
man.
half
Yeah, the
time.
half time
Rescue.
stats.
Then wait, hold on. This man's a criminal.
And then at the end of the game.
Yeah, he messes up early, bro, and gives us
Hold on,
information.
but your point,
telling
you know what, KG, you've just done wonders because you've pulled up a table to talk about how many goals he's conceded and all the rest.
Yes.
And yet the Tottenham goalkeeper is higher than him. West Ham.
Not only him,
West
that was
Ham,
in goal.
Brentford goalkeeper that just been bought. Brighton, Fulham.
He got injured.
No, Tottenham's goalkeeper was injured for most of the
Emi
season.
Martinez on this list?
They were playing some next Russian,
But
bro. Let's not do
Brentford,
that, bro.
Fulham, Brighton.
Emi Martinez is here. Let's not
Them
lie.
man
He's
there
here.
over there.
Ooh,
Let
3
me go
goals
to the
more.
bottom. Wait, who are the bottom goalkeepers?
3
at the
goals
bottom of
more.
this list?
Arsenal,
the bad-
Liverpool, Chelsea.
Emi
Bro,
Martinez.
Hold on.
8 goals.
I feel like these are uncle
can't lie,
stats
though.
earlier,
I KG,
KG.
I
Is this
KG,
about
I
is
KG.
this about
Robert Sanchez,
goalkeepers
bro.
or teams
KG,
conceding?
bro.
Goals
1 second,
conceded.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're doing the uncle stats earlier. You're
Look at
misleading.
Chelsea.
This
look at
isn't
Chelsea,
only
bro.
this isn't a representative of Onana. This is representative of our team.
Chelsea's
And I don't even
crazy,
like
bro.
Onana.
Wait. On corners, yeah. You know, with set piece, I swear there's a set piece stat that says we're the worst. We conceded the most on set pieces. Someone show me that set piece stat. Because you want it direct.
The set piece might also be as a result of the defenders not clearing the ball. I would not solely blame the goalkeeper on that.
Exactly. He was giving bad stats.
But my
Bro,
point comes down to the same. Okay, Charles, finish your point.
KG thought he did something there by putting up those stats. Forgetting that the whole team is
Let me
defending.
know.
Okay,
I can
keep
write your
going.
names down. Who's
It
the
shouldn't be a choice.
Charles, finish your stats. Your comment.
See, the thing is, nobody is defending on Onana. That's where I
Thank
don't
you.
understand.
I don't even
Y'all
want
have a
positive
group
words
of
about Onana. I don't even want he
no,
can do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Nobody
that is
said
true.
anything positive about
That
Onana.
is true, but like the thing is, somebody probably put a question up to the group, and everybody said, "I would rather." No one is saying he should stay, but it's like those of us that want him gone, we're not saying like, "Oh, we can't make do without any mistake." It's the kind of mistakes that he makes that's the big issue.
But
It's
I'm saying that when we
unforced
offered a chance,
mistakes.
when we
It's
offered a
mad.
chance of a new goalkeeper in that Garcia guy or Belabor, you man still chose Garcia.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they want to keep him. It's just right now, and that
So
bench
their priority, they would rather a midfielder.
Wow. Okay. That's what I'm saying. You haven't been frustrated enough to
No,
say
it's
that.
not that. It's
I
just
like
they are
money more.
looking
I like
at-
money more.
at
I could
Baleba
say
as a
that.
player of
You
the
haven't
season.
been frustrated enough about our midfield. And
I get your point. I get the point you're trying to make.
You know what? Sorry, guys. Can I just cut in for a second? Sorry, guys. Yeah. When we're watching the game, right? Most of the games we have the ball, but our midfielders can't do nothing with it. We were just discussing Ugarte can't pass the ball forward. We were just discussing Casemiro can't run. We tend to have the ball more than anyone else. So can we have some semblance of control?
Right.
I don't,
I'm just gonna
maybe
say
it's
that.
me.
I will answer
Maybe
your
it's my
question.
football upbringing. I don't look at the goalkeeper straight away. I look at everyone
I
else
will
in front
answer
of
your
me.
question. I will
I'll be
answer
so
your
real.
question.
Why,
It's a
why
very
is it
simple
a choice? Can we not just get both? I don't understand what we're doing here. Get a midfielder,
I
get
will
a
answer your
goalkeeper.
question. The answer to your question is very simple, and I said it last season, right? I said the problem with Man United is that we don't have proper outlets for our ball, and the only person that we have, which is not even as good as the manager wants, is Garnacho, and that's why I kept insisting that no matter how bad Garnacho is in terms of finishing, the manager will keep playing him because he's the only outlet. Our midfield was bad because we had to keep the ball for long because there were no outlets. In the coming season, we are going to have two proper outlets that will come back and pick the ball and drive forward. We are going to have a Cunha that is perfect at picking the ball from the midfield and driving forward with it. We are going to have an Mbuemo that can pick the ball and drive with it. Our midfielders are not going to be holding on to the ball for long because they have indecisive tens that don't know when to come back and when to go forward. So if we have tens that are experienced in knowing how to come back and pick the ball from deep and drive, our midfield is going to improve automatically. And Bruno does not have to do too much.
Let me read some of the supers.
I apologize for asking that
No,
question.
it's all right.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Feel the way a
It's all right.
midfielder
It
from
threw
the
me
ball,
off,
bro.
bro.
Tell these
I
man.
hate that keeper so much now. You sorry, bro. I can't even hear anything after I hear his name, bro. Ugarte is better at pressing in the opposition half. Wait, well, let me read that again. Ugarte is better at pressing in the opposition half. Our line got to be high, especially if Bruno's in the 8.
But
Boom.
people want to start Maguire.
Ugarte and Bruno won most games in the Prem last season. Cass and Bruno lost most in the Prem. Maynard and Bruno was second best.
That's not correct.
Okay. People were talking about midfield and saying he should give someone else to pass for him. Teams are trying to put people in the midfield to retain possession. We are trying to shield the midfielder away from the ball. That's funny. Our midfielder isn't built for deep line playmakers and whatnot. If the scholars watched last season, they know that we need box-to-box midfielders. Here we go. Uncle uses the date. Uncle's use of data is a perfect definition of confirmation bias. No need for argument. I'll be patient. We will watch a guy again. KG, let me know if you need an interview with Amarim at the Sporting. Yeah, I do need that, please. Saying we want to move away from midfielders like a guy in Paulinho for a reason. Oh, he doesn't even rate Paulinho as well, I swear. I agree with Abs about midfield, but someone in that midfield needs to be sold. Collier will be the sacrificial lamb. I don't think we're going to sell Collier.
How
Abs,
much
I
is he
don't
even
think
worth?
people recognize the issues we have in midfield, unfortunately. We desperately need a 6. Ugarte and Casemiro are not good enough at all. Casemiro are better than Ugarte, though. Let's go. Chelsea have a top midfield, trash goalkeeper, no striker. He's kind of making a solid point. He's making a solid point.
Yeah.
That's a solid point, actually. Solid point. And they hate that goalkeeper as well.
Hey, that Sanchez, you is
Sanchez,
shit
he
as
will
well,
always
bro.
give the opposition one.
He's a Spanish version of Onana,
for no reason.
Some Mexican shit.
They hate him, bro.
I think they hate him more than most people hate Onana.
Bro,
to be
they
fair.
hate him, bro.
No,
Don't
his
let
one is he will give you one goal always without fail. He will give
You know it's
one.
related to. You know it's
But
related
Chelsea
to
have
that.
had options to rotate,
guys.
haven't
Hold
they?
up. KG.
Wait, let me finish these sleepers. Let me finish these sleepers and we'll get back to it. When defenders see Cunha and Mbuemo, they'll back off more. This will allow Hoyland to stop the sweat.
Fuck off.
Strikers over everything, then keeper striker over everything, then keeper 2 vocal points. There you go. Onana has undone all of the outfield players' work on several occasions. Abs Edison and Allison have mistakes in them, but Onana is way worse than them. When your number 1 and number 2 are conceding
Olympics.
Fix that. Yeah, bro.
We conceded 2 direct corners.
Hold on. Did you see what that criminal Bayern did against Aston Villa?
No, Bayern is different, bro. He's
in his hands.
He's different.
No.
He was doing the kebabs,
disease. Can help people. Here you go. So KG and VB are deaf now. They're obviously saying they don't want him, but the midfield is more priority.
Wait. Did I not just say we should get both?
You did say both, but I remember.
But KG gave us an option.
No, the conversation moves because I've asked people before, what's the number 1 priority, yeah? And then we said something else. Then everyone said sorry and said KG was right. Goalkeeper's a priority. But
people change their minds all the time. People change their minds all the time.
You might have forgot the pain. And now I'm not right, and it's not the priority no more. When there was a week when everyone was saying, "Yeah, you're right," he's the priority. What happened?
Because they forgot the pain they were feeling. That's why.
He is one of the people I want
Bro,
to sell.
finish
I'm
the
not saying
super
I don't
chat.
Let me finish the sequence. The keeper's main role. Wait, hold on. The keeper's main role is to keep you in the game when you're struggling under pressure. It can be the difference between a win and an L in an important game. Absolutely. This is the weakest scholar lineup in history. You man should resign from being tactical.
Well, tell Yo-Yo to jump in then.
Yeah, Yo-Yo, that's what I'm saying. Talking from outside the club, bro. Guys,
gonna jump in.
problem. Less the next.
I know what he's gonna jump on, though.
Around the
Hold on. Conservatively, Onana cost us at least 12 to 15 points last season and the Europa. He can't dive. He just falls like a rectangle and his hands are up further away from the ball when he started, bro. Shit. Here you go. Mazraoui in the 8. He's got the tech and the engine. Okay, cool.
Fuck off.
Onana must be sold, but only 5 keepers keep more clean sheets than him. Get me a CM. then a
No,
striker.
don't say that, bro. They don't like those
Nah,
stats. They like the other stats.
They don't like
They love the
those.
other stats, but they don't say those stats. I've noticed that.
Cool.
But
Do you know
keep
what it
going,
is, yeah?
cuz.
Cool. I'll be so real.
He
Keep
ain't
him
act
then.
like he
You
wanted
don't
to
want to
read
keep
that
him.
one.
Keep him.
Bro,
I
We'll
don't
be
think you're
here.
understanding the point. It's not
he
I
ain't
asking
read
you.
that
Like
Bro,
you
last.
I
gave me an
understand the point.
option.
He want,
You gave me an
bro.
option, so
Wait,
I
That
went
actually
midfielder
makes sense.
first.
you
I
went
don't want
midfielder
him
first,
either. I'm
bro.
even the one that brought up
Bro,
Garcia's name first on this
I
channel,
literally
saying I
just
want him
said,
for 25 million. But if
I
you give
get
me a
it.
chance
You
for a
lot
midfielder
want
to
a
control the game,
midfielder
I'm
first.
taking that. That's
I
the way I
hear
like
it.
football.
You don't want a
Hey,
midfielder first.
JJ wants to
Because-
chat as well. He hasn't said anything. Go on.
I mean, I just feel like we forget the pain that comes with the mistakes of Onana sometimes, because those pain. I want a midfielder, right? I like the way Newcastle have their Tonali combination with Imeres and stuff like that. But if we have a chance to get Onana out of the door before we fix the midfield, whoever will be playing next to Bruno, I'll take a goalkeeper. I'll take a goalkeeper. That's what I have to say on that.
That's what
I don't think y'all are crazy for saying that.
To
I
add
was
to
just
what he said,
interested to know who had what priority.
I will just wrap up with
of
this.
course,
Just
hold
to
on.
add to,
Oh,
I'll
can
be
you go ahead?
real.
Sorry,
The
apologies.
midfield is a fucking
That's all right.
joke, though.
Just to
I'll be
add to
so
what he
real.
said, like the stat that you say that he has more clean sheets than like less than 5 keepers, like that's because of having good defenders. And when we needed him, he failed us. You understand? But the defenders have actually been helping him. So if we had a shitty defense, this guy would have been making more calamity mistakes than we have already seen.
Like
That's
Luke
just
Shaw?
that's just the reality. Let's not even like
No one
like
trusts him as well. I remember when
so
Doku was
sorry,
trusted
can I
full
say something?
time.
So let me
Then
get this
Doku
straight.
got then Doku got free. What do you call it? A free game ban,
He got
and Doku
Dogu a red
stopped
card.
trusting
He
that
got Casemiro a red card
Doku
this
got a
first
red card.
season. Like,
Chelsea
fuck,
got
Casemiro got a
Let me
red
get this
card.
straight. So now that we have a stat that's good for Onana, we're saying is the team. But then the other time when you were putting up how many goals we conceded, it was Onana only.
No, but I also said that was the team. I also said that was the team. No, but I said that was the team.
Look at the goals we
I
conceded.
corrected it. I corrected it. I corrected it.
It was the defense then.
I corrected it. I corrected it. I corrected it. I corrected it. Even I corrected it. There's no need shouting. Even when he said the corners, I said it was a team performance. You understand? Now look at what this guy is saying. Robert Sanchez has kept more clean sheets. Are we now? Is Chelsea now going to keep Robert
He's one of the
Sanchez?
shittest goalkeepers in the league.
What are we talking? See, my point. I will wrap up with this. I will wrap up with this. Okay, let me wrap up with this. I still believe that we need another midfielder. I am not saying Ugarte is the solution. If we get an Ederson, he will start above Ugarte. But when we are talking about between managing the midfield that we have, which mind you is Bruno, Ugarte, Kobe, Casemiro, Toby Collier. If we are saying between managing that for one more season, right? Maybe we have only one signing that we need to make. And they say it's either you bring in somebody to build this midfield or you manage not just Onana and Bayern for one more season. Look at it now.
Wait,
Look at how the place is smelling. Look at how the place is smelling.
Man said Turkey and come.
But more importantly, I will wrap up as I'm wrapping up. I still believe. No, it's, as part of my distance, I still believe that from front to back, top 3. If we our next signing, if I'm the one making the sign, we need a striker, and then we need a goalkeeper,
Yeah, I agree.
and then we need a midfielder. That's all I have to say.
And if we don't get a midfielder, I'll be happy with a striker and goalkeeper. If we don't,
I won't.
Just quickly for me.
Personally, I will
Listen,
do.
for me,
Hold on.
Just adding on to what Anko said, because my point is similar to what Anko said. I agree with him. And part of the reason I agree with him is that my fear is that if I prioritize a midfielder over a goalkeeper, over Onana to be exact, is that I'll be literally kicking Kobe Minor out of the door. And I don't want to see Kobe out or not prioritized when I can still see Onana in goals. That's just, I can't see that.
So
I don't want to see that.
Man.
So kind of hold on. And I'm not saying that we don't need a midfielder either, but I want to throw something at us. The chance of a midfielder making a mistake is higher. They see the ball more. It comes there a whole lot more. Your keeper needs to be solid. A keeper probably is gonna have let's say 5 shots that they need to save during the course of a game. And Onana, out of every 5, man, is shipping 3 into the net. But
that's what I said. That's what I'm
saying. You can't
saying.
put your money, like if they tell you right now, are you ready to bet your money on Onana that your life depends
I
on
think
Onana?
you misunderstood what I said.
No, I'm not saying.
saying...
No, Kenny. This is. I'm not going against your point. This is.
Okay.
I'm just trying to let people understand that the ball comes into the midfield often and often, right? So yes, Bruno is likely to make a mistake. Probably Bruno sees the ball 100 times in a game. Onana is only going to see the ball 10 times, and out of that 10, I'm sorry, if my life depends on it, I'm dead. It's as simple as that. And throughout last season. Throughout last season, I won't lie to you. You can't count on him. Yes, for some reason, he was able to make 2 saves in the saves of the season. How? I don't know. His body was there. But right after that, that's a man that can win the saves of the season and the error of the season in the same season. That is who we're dealing with.
I'll be real. I need a Caicedo in my midfield. Man. I'll be so real.
Caicedo, I wish we could
so you agree,
VP,
we should go with Baleba?
I agree. I want Baleba. I do.
I hate you lot. Big up. You know what, Jeff? You done this to me. Jeff, you've done this wrong. Jeff did that. Jeff is OG for that. I stopped listening. You ever had an argument, with your respective other or whatever, and they say something, you turn off because you lost me. Like with Onana, can't happen, bro. I need somebody else immediately, bro. I can't. I can get depressed now. I can get depressed right now. I can get so depressed right now if I think of what Onana's done to me. I'm sick of it. I can't take it. And he's a nice guy. Bro, I'm pro-black. I'm so pro. And I can't. Bro, Manian is available. Do you know how mad it is for me to look at Manian and think, do you know what Onana's done? The crimes. I'm done. Nah. Who am I sending these viewers to, bro? Let me see who's live. Is Minna live? I gotta go to Manchester tomorrow. Wait, hold on. KG was talking about Emi Martinez is more commanding than Onana. I'm not doing it. Sorry. I'm just going to put it up because as soon as I see the name, I just get vexed. Good thing about goalies is, and Emi and Emi's team, still light Europe. He did a madness though. The last day of the season, Emi moved mad. Last day of the season, tax. He should be off the list for what he did because that spear that he did was crazy. Good thing goalies are 30 mil at most. I'll take Flecken. Good thing goalies are 30 mil at most. We can get both, but someone in midfield got to get the boot. We need 2 goalies. That guy I'll take got to go. Pretty sure Heaton is Amber inspired because he's trash. Onana has his own stat bro. You lot, thank you for watching, man. I've been live for a long time. That's me, man. Big up yourself. Stay blessed. Till next time.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.